we had an opportunity to work with Funimation on doing an animated movie in the Mass Effect universe. And when we first started thinking about this, we were kind of in the early stages of working on Mass Effect 3. With Mass Effect 1, one of the things that people loved about Mass Effect 1 was that there was a discovery of these characters. You got to meet people and go to new places. So we introduced new characters for Mass Effect 2, and we're doing the same thing for 3. So one of them was a really interesting character for us, and that's James Vega.
I remember Vega, the descriptions, he was a bulkier guy. He was like a big linebacker, but a lovable guy, but you know, a bit rough around the edges, almost like a Sawyer from Lost. You might not agree with him, but you can't hate him for that either.
We were reading stories about soldiers in Afghanistan. Some of these guys who are very well educated, they're officers, they're acting as soldiers and diplomats, they have very difficult jobs. And there were aspects of those real life people that we wanted to bring into the Mass Effect universe, just to remind ourselves that there is real emotion, there's real authenticity that we wanted to bring to these characters.
At the time, I thought I was making the right decision. Now, I just don't know.
We knew that we would be building him into Mass Effect 3, but that he also had a really great backstory, and there was a reason why he's a seasoned veteran.
You gotta be ready for anything. But like Commander Shepard always said, nothing is ever simple.
Mass Effect Paragon Lost will appeal to the fan base because they're passionate fans and they want to know as much as they can about the franchise.
I think what's really cool about Paragon Lost is that you get to see the Mass Effect universe kind of rendered in a different way. It's different from comics, it's different from the video games. It's a different view on this universe.
It's crazy, but it could work.
We're gonna have to make it work or we all die.
It was a lot of fun working with Henry Gilroy, the screenwriter, on a project again. When we worked on the Clone Wars together, that was fun too, but this time, the speed and sheer amount of the ideas were stunning. There was so much story, it was a challenge to fit everything into the film. Also, the theme was so well established. I myself was totally taken in.
And it's also a story that's, you know, something that really needs to be told, I think, which is, you know, when we looked at the overall timeline for the Mass Effect universe, there was 2 years where Commander Shepard was out of action and human colonies were being captured. So we wanted to kind of show what that was like, because that's an important period, and it is kind of a big gap in the overall story of the trilogy. You hear about Vega's stories in Mass Effect 3 and what he went through in that period. And so we kind of know a little bit about what this story is, and we know a lot of what was supposed to have happened in this period. So Paragon Lost is really, for a Mass Effect fan, it's an opportunity to actually see what happened in that period where Shepard was gone and Vega was trying to hold off the Collectors.
There. I got multiple targets. Whoa, what the heck are those things?
Looks like they're all carrying weapons.
Great, so I guess we can rule out a social visit. I don't see any of the colonists. Oh shit, get down!
You ever seen these things before?
No, never. Though that ship appears to be based on the same technology as the object we found.
All right, then until we know what's going on here, we assume they're hostile. We go in stealth for recon, through the sinkhole, below their sightlines. Clear?
Vega, maybe someone should stay back on lookout? Someone's gotta watch the Mako.
Right, more like someone's gotta grow a pair.
Just saying.
Watch your step.
Where's Vega and Tria?
Still over there.
Great, so they can fly.
Hello there. So I've just been informed that fans of anime aren't big fans of the terms Japanime, Japanimation, or cartoons. Allow me to explain. I'm 36 years old. I have a 2.5-year-old kid. I'm the only actor that's ever made it in this business that didn't ever go to clubs, didn't party. I just sat at home, played video games, and cooked for my wife. I'm a nerd, but I am not a hip nerd. I'm not on the internet. I don't know the terminology. I listen to Run DMC and play Dragon's Lair on my Xbox, so you have to give me way more latitude than you give anyone else. And if you want a reason why, here's one. I'm the only one that's doing a voice. James Vega is the only one doing the voice because I love games, I love this stuff. I love you guys. When I heard that you guys were literally keeping the franchise alive and kind of, bringing more life to it, that made me feel just motivated, man. I really wasn't ready for James to be gone yet. I still had that voice somewhere inside there, and I still thought about it a lot. I played the game. I brought Vega with me on every mission. Even when he wasn't the best choice. But yeah, man, I wasn't ready for it to be done. Doing anime is a completely different beast altogether, and I really, it's literally like learning another language. The Eastern execution of animation mixed with a Western performance is something that's very, very, very difficult to meld. And I think people have seen it done poorly back in the day, and they kind of made fun of it. And I don't think they realize how much better we've both gotten at it, both sides, how we've learned to work together, how it's literally a different cadence from you. Americans speak very, I don't know how to, it's a lazier form of speech. You know what I mean? So you have to find a different heartbeat, and it's kind of like retraining your brain, but it's a challenge, and it's a fun challenge. And growing up watching anime, the first thing I ever saw was the year the Dodgers won the World Series. It was this Japanime called Golgo 13, The Professional. And I literally, it was like a Japanese James Bond, but way better. And I started getting the comics. I couldn't read them. They were in Japanese, but I could follow the animation cells. I had the Nintendo game, got the blonde, the brunette, and the redhead by the time I finished it. I really got into that. So this was my first shot to suddenly be a part of something that was my entire childhood. It gives you, I don't know, maybe it's just a way to not grow up. Maybe I'm just emotionally 16 still, but it's exciting, man. I have fun doing it. I liked Vampire Hunter D a lot. I didn't get it the first time I saw it, and when I got older, I watched it again and really had a different appreciation for what they did there. The first time I saw it, I caught it like 10 minutes in and just saw this hand talking to the guy, and I'm like, what's going on? That's not Golgo. You know what I mean? But it was such a different beast, and I wasn't into supernatural stuff back then. All I had been exposed to was Golgo, so that was kind of my introduction to what real Japanime was, which was tons of supernatural. So I saw Akira, and I jumped on that bandwagon and was like, oh yeah, greatest one ever made. There've probably been better ones, actually. You know what I mean? But I don't think we're allowed to say that. But I really got into Dragon Ball Z. I thought that was a fun series. There was another one. I didn't see Fist of the North Star. That's probably blasphemous. I've heard people discuss it, but at a certain point, I think I started getting into the Batman cartoons. From what I've seen so far, down to ill details, like a Krogan taking way more than one round to put down. Try 2 clips, try 3 clips to get this Krogan down. That's stuff that just people that make movies and remake things don't do. And you guys have paid so much respect to this franchise and treated the characters as they should be treated, kept everyone in character. If you're Krogan, you are Krogan. And it's the same feeling you get from the game. What Funimation's doing that I dig, they're bringing things that multiple generations have fallen in love with and putting a new spin on them. They're providing you with something new, but from an existing world that you love. When I watch it, it's like watching something for the first time. And that anything new is good. Anything that evolves the process is good. And you guys aren't making the same crap that I usually have to watch. My favorite scene, Vega has this strange dynamic with a Krogan that he was in battle with literally 2 years later, where the Krogan's going to be potentially responsible to save his life. But it's a Krogan. So the crew doesn't want to go down this road. I don't even think James wants to go down this road. But with the circumstances they're in and the stakes being as high as they are, he doesn't have a choice. And you suddenly see these two guys that were literally trying to kill each other working together. And so to get to experience that within the Funimation movie, forget about it, man. It's like playing the game without having to even move your thumbs. As far as the actual story of Paragon Lost, you get a hint of it in Mass Effect 3. You get this taste of it, and in that scene, you really kind of see Vega and Shepard kind of establish, not trust, because I think trust existed planet-side, but more respect. He's stopped being macho for a moment. He's given command over to Commander Shepard. It's no longer, I'm saluting you because I'm supposed to salute you. It's, I respect you, I look up to you, I admire you. And those are themes within the movie that play out. And Vega hasn't even met Shepard yet. It's just what Shepard's done and what he's accomplished. And Vega takes pride in that, and he wants to be the type of Alliance Marine that Shepard was, because in the movie Shepard has passed away. So you get to see the Reapers in a completely new light. Sorry, you get to see the Collectors in a completely new light. You get to see how James deals with them as opposed to how Shepard deals with them. And it's a choice that, like he says in the game, and now you're getting to see it live and happen right in front of you, it's a choice that not only changed his career forever, but the way he looks at the military, the way he looks at the war, the way he looks at himself, everything. And so all of a sudden this one moment that you got in a video game just gets put under a microscope, and you really kind of get to see and hear him express a lot more what's going on, because there's no, cutscenes where you're fighting aliens. You actually get to see what's going on.
At the time, I thought I was making the right decision. Now, I just don't know.
Vega, hell of a battle there, son. That's the kind of leadership I'd expect from a veteran.
You gotta be ready for anything. You think I'm ashamed to show respect for someone who saved billions of lives?
Bastards are currently laying siege to our colony on Fel Prime.
Man, there's swarms of them up there.
You ever seen these things before?
No, never.
Entire colonies vanishing overnight. I thought it was just a silly rumor.
I remember you. The Alliance Marines who bested the Blood Pack and their Battlemaster Vega.
I know how hard you try to protect everyone. Sometimes circumstances make that impossible.
What I see here is a squad of highly trained special forces. You're not warriors. Not yet. Today we find out what you're made of, Marines. It's time to earn that uniform.
Do you think I made the wrong decision?